Hey guys, Jacob Ellett here. I was challenged by Tyler Duggar to do the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. I had been following this phenomenon for the last few days to get a feel for what the money donated to ALSA has been allocated towards. I began to dig up and take a look at everything a little more closely. I wanted to share with everyone what I was able to find. Now, what is ALS? Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, often referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord. Motor neurons reach from the brain to the spinal cord and from the spinal cord to the muscles throughout the body. The progressive degeneration of the motor neurons in ALS eventually leads to their death. Now, in essence, this means your motor neurons, the neurons connecting your brain to your voluntary muscles, deteriorate. You slowly lose control of your voluntary muscles in your extremities, which then spread to the trunk of your body, and eventually your body becomes completely paralyzed. At that point, you have difficulty breathing, and most ALS victims unfortunately end up having to be in a ventilator the rest of their now shortened lives. It is truly a horrific disease. Now, ALSA, or the ALS Association, is the main organization for research into treatment and hopefully a cure for ALS. Here you can see the research that they've worked on. Now, I was slightly concerned at the sight of stem cell usage, so I decided to dig into it a little bit more. I was able to find a breakdown of the different research areas they invest in and was eventually able to uncover what kind of stem cell research was used. What are the challenges facing stem cell therapy in ALS? Now, this comes straight from their website. Despite encouraging data that transplanted fetal cells can survive over long periods of time in the damaged area, few studies have shown neurons making appropriate contact with their targets. Now, according to this portion of their article on their past research into stem cell research, there was a project in which they used embryonic stem cells to promote that. I was disheartened by this news until I realized that this is a project they've moved on from and into adult stem cell research. Now, this is another portion from their website. An intriguing discovery is that bone marrow cells, which are able to develop into all cells in the blood system, transplanted into mice, can migrate into the brain and develop into cells that appear to be neurons. Now, in light of this portion of the articles, I was able to find out that this is now their focus with stem cell research. Using purely voluntary adult donors, currently only animals, to further the research, I was able to allow myself to move forward and donate. Now, I would suggest to my friends who share my belief against embryonic stem cell research to do what I was able to do. I sent this email to the ALSA. Basically, it outlines my desire to not only donate and the fact that I did donate, but I did not want the funds that I donated to fund embryonic stem cell research. Now, in response to the donation, and even with that specification, the ALSA responded, "Thank you for your email. I am happy to honor your request." Here they go into detail about the adult stem cell research program that they are currently focusing on. Now, they did tell me, currently this association is funding one study using embryonic stem cells, and the stem cell line was established many years ago under the ethical guidelines set up by the NINDS. This research is funded by one specific donor who is committed to this area of research. However, we are committed to honoring donor intent, so I have marked that your dollars not be invested in this particular area. This shed even more light onto what the initial expansion into embryonic stem cell research was about. A single donor made it happen. Outside of this one program, all additional programs have a separate bank of data and information that they're based on. And respecting my donation and my beliefs, the ALS Association marked that my money not be invested in this particular area, even though there was only a single donator for that project, a move that showed class and respect. The main point that I wanted to carry with all of this is that anyone who decides that they want to donate money to any organization should do so, but in a discerning and wise manner. Do the research and be informed. Know that you're not just donating to donate, but know who you're donating to and why you're donating before you do so. Many celebrities and others have used this movement as a publicity and popularity stunt. Most didn't even tell you where you could donate, but it cannot be denied that this has an immense impact and has helped fund a severely underfunded disease research program. ALS families everywhere are thankful and excited for the rising support for ALS victims. $53.3 million has been raised in just 25 days. No matter any person's reasons for doing this, it has positively affected these families, and that is something I can get behind. Needless to say, I accept Tyler's challenge and I donated my part. Stay tuned if you want to see me get wet.